Everything in the world around us, including us, is a part of a larger structure or a system. Nothing works in isolation. Be it the digestive system, solar system, legal system, or even the school system. Communities of organisms interact within their specific environment. Similarly, if we look at the Earth, we see that the biosphere of the Earth also consists of communities of organisms that interact within their specific environment. Let us understand this. Millions of different plants, animals, and microorganisms live together and interact with each other in their environments. To reduce this complexity and to understand the biosphere better, scientists and ecologists have broken it down into smaller units called ecosystems. Thus, an ecosystem is the grouping of living and non-living components in a habitat that interacts with each other through the flow of energy and material. A temporary or a permanent system, it is a self-sustaining and a functional unit of the living world. The term ecosystem was first used by A.G. Tansley in 1953. There are two main types of ecosystem: natural ecosystem, man-made ecosystem. A natural ecosystem operates by itself under natural conditions, without any major interference by man. On the basis of soil, water, heat availability, and the growth of plants. Natural ecosystems are subgrouped as the terrestrial ecosystem and the aquatic ecosystem. The terrestrial ecosystem is the ecosystem on the land masses of islands and continents. It can be classified into the forest ecosystem, the desert ecosystem, the cropland ecosystem, the grassland ecosystem, and the mountainous ecosystem. The aquatic ecosystem, the ecosystem within the water bodies, is classified as standing water or lentic, referring to lakes or ponds, and moving water or lotic, referring to rivers or seas. Man-made or artificial ecosystems are made and maintained by man. They include crops, zoos and wildlife parks, dams, gardens and aquariums. Living things within an ecosystem are known as the biotic components and non-living things as the abiotic components. Biotic components are classified according to their source of food. Producers, the autotrophs, as they prepare their own organic nutrients. Consumers, the heterotrophs, they cannot synthesize their own food and feed on plants and other animals. Consumers may be herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. Decomposers are heterotrophs that feed on dead and decaying organic matter or detritus. They break down the organic matter by decomposing it into simpler inorganic substances, which can be used by plants again. Beetles, earthworm, non-photosynthetic bacteria, and fungi are some of the decomposers. Abiotic components consist of the physical and chemical factors of an ecosystem. Physical factors include air, water, soil, gases such as nitrogen, oxygen or carbon dioxide, minerals such as calcium, potassium, phosphorus, sodium, and sulfur. Climatic components include temperature, light, humidity, and rainfall. These specific abiotic factors represent the geological, geographical, hydrological, and climatological features of a particular ecosystem. Hence, different ecosystems have different biotic and abiotic components. Think about our own habitats. How can you connect things such as air, soil, and water to your own lives? Biotic factors and abiotic factors are related and dependent on each other in any ecosystem. Producers, which are among the biotic components of the ecosystem, absorb the abiotic components, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water from the soil, and energy from the sun to prepare food. As consumers eat these producers, there is a transfer of food and energy from the producers to the consumers. The flow of energy and nutrients passes from one group of organisms to another in an ecosystem. When plants and animals die, the decomposers, such as bacteria and fungi, decompose their complex remains into simpler forms to release carbon dioxide, various soil nutrients, and water. The abiotic components are returned to the ecosystem and used again by producers. This continuous interaction preserves and sustains a flourishing ecosystem. Each ecosystem is independent and self-sufficient. The decomposers play the most important role as cleansing agents in the environment. They also help in recycling materials in the biosphere through the biogeochemical cycles. Various elements are put back into the air, soil, and water to be reused by the green plants. What will happen if they do not perform the function of decomposing dead things, or what if there were no decomposers? If the decomposers did not play their part, there would be heaps of dead bodies and garbage all around us. The nutrients in the air, soil, and water would be exhausted. Putrefying bacteria and fungi maintain the fertility of the soil as well. Every trophic level is important in maintaining the ecological pyramid. Different trophic levels make up a cycle, which is how we depict the continuous flow of energy in the ecosystem. Man's pursuit of technological and economic progress has led to actions that have created an imbalance between the abiotic and biotic components of the ecosystem.